my name is Bloodlust and welcome to my top 5 indie games for 2020. Now, there are a lot of great indie games that came out this year, which are very well known like Hades or Fall Guys. But on this list, I'm only gonna show games that I reviewed during this year, which tend to be lesser known titles that definitely should get more attention. Also, even though I reviewed my fair share of early access games, I'm not gonna add any of them to this list since they haven't fully released this year. Okay, enough bullshit rules already. Of the 47 games that I reviewed this year, these are my personal top 5. In number 5 is Weft of Death. I'm actually not a huge fan of roguelites, but this game definitely gets a spot on my list for being such a unique cover shooter. Like most roguelites, you'll start running through a randomly generated map while fighting enemies and picking up new weapons or power-ups. If you die, you lose pretty much everything, but keep your chapter's progression. It's an awesome game with very atmospheric graphics, fun gameplay, and the cherry on top is the smooth voice work of Ron Perlman. In number 4 is Kingdom Rush Vengeance. The Kingdom Rush franchise has had a lot of quality entries and this isn't any different. As a tower defense game, you'll tackle different stages facing waves of enemies with the towers you create and upgrade, taking into account which towers are effective against which enemies. Not only that, but you also get a hero unit and lots of abilities to control and upgrade. It is just a very polished and fun game with lots of content to keep you busy for a while. In number 3 is Batbarian, Testament of the Primordials. I'm a big fan of Metroidvania games and this entry is a great way to scratch that itch. It does well what is expected of a game of the genre, with lots of places to explore and returning to previous roadblocks to use newfound abilities and discover the way forward. All of that with a twist of being covered in darkness, but you can rely on your bad friend to help you see the way. Definitely a very unique game that's worth your time if you like what you see. In number 2 is Nexoman Extinction. I've seen my fair share of Pokemon-like games and this one is one of the best ones. You spend your time exploring the land, completing quests, and fighting or capturing new monsters, but with new and interesting mechanics that keep it fresh, like stamina-based combat, a pretty different monster capturing method, and more. This game is a treat for any fans of monster collecting games, especially if you're into awful comedy bits, but if you're watching my channel, I imagine you are super into that. And finally, in number 1 is Panzer Paladin. This game is an amazing 2D action platformer in the vein of Mega Man. You start by selecting a stage that's represented by its boss, and then slash enemies left and right while facing different platforming challenges, with the unique mechanics of being able to get out of your mech and play as the pilot, as well as picking up enemies' weapons. This game has it everything: mechs, a super cool protagonist, and fucking mechs! Oh, and the solid gameplay and awesome music is fine too, I guess. And that was my top 5. I hope that you saw something that you would like to try. And like I mentioned, I reviewed all of these games previously on my channel, so you'll find links to the reviews for each game in the description if you want to see more. Thanks for watching and have a nice day!